I see this all the time. Contractors hire a project manager thinking it's finally going to free them up, finally help them grow their business, finally help them be able to work on their business. But a few weeks later, they're still getting pulled right back into the job to solve all the problems and put out all the fires. They're chasing down materials, dealing with damaged materials, trying to get new materials to get in on time, jumping in to explain to the client, calling back subs to do rework, all while wondering, what the heck is their project manager even doing all day long? And listen, I'm not here to knock the project manager. What's really going on is that no one's clear on what success actually looks like. And those metrics are usually all in the owner's head. So there's no structure, there's no rhythm, and the owner ends up thinking, why did I hire this person if I'm still stuck doing all the work? The reason I talk about this is I had a client recently who was so pumped, like super excited that he finally hired a project manager. But 5 minutes into our call, he told me, I don't really know what my project manager is doing this week because things are kind of disorganized right now. And once I get it cleaned up, then I'll probably start having him take on some more responsibility. I had to stop him right there because that's the trap. Waiting until everything is organized to create accountability is exactly why you stay disorganized. Your PM does not need to wait to be accountable. They need a system for how to lead the job right now. Not later, not once you've caught up, but right now. So this video, I'm going to show you why hiring a project manager doesn't automatically remove you from chaos and exactly how to fix the one thing that's keeping you stuck in firefighter mode. But before I do, I want to introduce myself. I'm Liz Chism, and it is my mission to help contractors install real operating systems in their business so they're not just doing random things and hiring warm bodies hoping that they'll grow, but they can actually build a team that runs the day-to-day without the owner having to jump in and babysit them on every project. So back to the problem at hand. You've hired a project manager, but you didn't set up the system that ensures what they are actually doing matters. So now you're assuming that things are handled, but then something slips and the job's behind and materials didn't show up. The budget's blown and suddenly you're back into the mix solving problems and you feel completely blindsided and frustrated and honestly probably a little defeated because this hire and this growth was supposed to be the move that helped free you up. But now it just feels like you've got another person on payroll and you've got more problems on your plate. So most contractors respond to this by stepping in and doing the job themselves just this once, or avoiding the project manager because they don't want to create tensions. They're kind of side tiptoeing around the project manager, or working harder to organize everything before setting expectations. But none of that solves the root issue because you can't delegate without clarity first. You can't assume your project manager knows what to prioritize if you've never defined it. And you can't expect accountability if there's no regular check-in. You can't keep running the business off of those feelings instead of facts. So here's how we fixed it with that same client. Step one, we defined what the project manager is responsible for. Typically, it's these three areas: schedule, budget, materials. If a job goes sideways, it's tied to one of those things. Step two, we set up a weekly check-in meeting, same time every week. Not a long meeting, just 30 minutes. The project manager's responsibility on those meetings is to walk the owner through which jobs are ahead or behind, what materials are delayed, and how labor is tracking against budget. And then step three, we used a one-page accountability tool that outlines exactly what needs to be covered. It's simple, it's visual, and it creates that feedback loop so nothing falls through the cracks. And this works because it just removes all assumptions. It creates visibility, and it finally gives your project manager the chance to lead the job instead of just finding after the fact that there's things that are broken. So accountability doesn't have to feel like micromanagement. It's really just communicating what you are responsible for. And when you build this rhythm, you stop firefighting and you start leading. If you want to implement this same one-pager into your own business, this is called the PM Accountability Blueprint. And it's what I use with my roundtable clients to make sure that jobs stay on track without the owner getting dragged into every detail. So just comment accountability below and I'll send it right over to you.